Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody, to the House of Odom podcast. Today's topic, we're going to talk about the dynamics between men and women. So, like a relationship type of podcast. And we're going to talk about this one particular thing. Do some people, men or women, have an inflated view of their self-worth? So joining me on today's podcast is
the best, the one and only, your favorite girl.
Okay. And you know what? I just noticed that my headphone is not being recorded.
It's not
Working?
Now it is.
Stop beefing.
No, it was working. Just wasn't coming through. I had it disabled. So okay. So we're going to talk about people with inflated self-worth. So let me give you the scenario.
Okay.
I was looking at an Instagram video the other day. If anybody ever follows a lady named Kendra.
No, I don't.
Kendra, she always puts people on her show that's looking for a date.
Mm-hmm.
So they look at all right. Woman comes up there, and then she asks her, well, what type of man are you looking for? And she says, well, I'm looking for a man who's, educated, makes at least six figures, and, just does this, and this, right? Mm-hmm. So when she gets to the interview, they ask the woman, well, what do you do? Kind of like, what do you bring to the table? Mm-hmm. That little question that comes up that nobody likes to talk about. So she says, well, I'm in between jobs.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on such and such. And basically came down to she really wasn't doing much of anything. But yet she's looking for, somebody who's, I don't want to say out of her league, because I don't believe in that, but somebody who's doing way better than she is. Not that they can't work together. But anyway, so you have that person that some would say has a overinflated self-worth. Why she thinks that she's on somebody else's level. She's getting somebody with high demand while she's not really, whatever. Now, the counter argument to that was, should people have standards? Is it okay for somebody to have standards?
Of course, everybody has standards. Everybody aims high. We all want what we want, but basically, I feel like everybody wants stability. Like you have somebody to be there for you. Mostly, it's not. Well, these days it's about money. A lot of people bring money first in everything because of the economy and stuff. So money is like an issue. But for me, basically, I feel like I just want somebody that like stability, like I said, like somebody that is not lazy, that can work, and it's going to be like, to me, it's like a partnership kind of thing, I think. Like a partnership, like I bring something to the table, you bring something to the table. I don't really necessarily want a man that I can depend on, You
said you don't want a man that you could depend on? Or you have to be dependent on?
Yes, thank you, sorry. Yes.
So when you talk about standards, I look at it as this. If my standards would be, somebody who made an attempt to be educated, like say you have to have a high school diploma, or if not, if you got a GED and you're trying to work harder. I'm not saying that's my person, but just give you an idea what standards are. You want somebody, if I was looking for a mate or to be a wife or whatever, I would say my standard is they have to know how to cook, or want to learn how to cook, or things of that nature. And I think it's okay to have those standards, but I think we have to also look in the mirror and say, well, what do I bring to the table?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, so now what you've listed now, you don't care about, because if you're up there, like you're comfortable, you're okay, you can afford to get your house, pay your rent, you don't need to depend on anybody. Any peanut anybody's bringing to the table is not really going to do much. It's going to be helpful, but you're already your own man. You get what I'm saying? So for you just mentioned that, yours is like somebody cooking and all that. Those are like basic female stuff, I think.
That's another conversation.
So I feel like that's like basic female stuff. But no, wait. Okay, speaking of basic female stuff. So these days, things change in the sense that if you want somebody that is, if I'm going to work and you're going to work, my schedule matters, yours matters as well. So I don't expect to come back from, if you're going to work from 9 to 5 and I work from maybe till like 7 and you're home before me, I expect that
you would come home and
make something. Yes.
Right to cooking.
Yes.
Right. So if you get off at 7, make sure you get home in time.
And see, like you're making an effort. You're already cooking.
You should be cooking for your husband.
Huh? No, that's not what I'm saying. No, I didn't say that.
If the husband gets off, you work, like, say the husband 9 to 5.
Yes. And let's say I say 10 to 7.
10 to 7.
Exactly.
That, because you're getting off at 7, you should come straight home.
No, because he got up at 5.
Uh-huh.
And since it's a thing where I have to work, we're both working. So he does more work than I do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're both working. Whatever he's doing, whatever I'm doing, we're both out of the house. And we're bringing something to the table is what I'm saying. So, in this regard, I would still do basically what I need to do. But it should, in this kind of situation, it shouldn't just be like a woman's job. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, I'm home at 5. She's going to come home at 7.
So when is it a woman's job?
So basically, that doesn't mean that a woman doesn't do stuff around. For me, like the kids mainly are like the woman's responsibility. For me, that's the basic thing. A woman's responsibility is her kids, basically. And then around the house, you cook, sweeping and all that. It doesn't have to be done every day.
Right. On
the weekends, yes, you're home. Of course, because you have to take time to be present in your house besides the work. So like on the weekends, you can do stuff, maybe do the general cooking. I'm going to cook the whole meal that we use for the week, whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? But then the basic little things, like maybe I make the soup or the whatever for the week that we're going to use for the week. So what I'm saying is like when he comes up at 5 o'clock, what I'm just trying to say, so from where I'm from, I'm African, yeah. So the kind of soup, what I'm saying is, when I say soup is like we have various types of soup. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
We have we can make rice, pasta, whatever we did. You get what I'm saying? So like those little things, when I come home, at least make pasta. The soup is there or whatever is there, or the stew. I don't know what you guys call it, but it's there in the fridge. Just bring it out. Just make the little thing we're gonna eat. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to.
The other person, the other spouse should have some type of consideration, which is reasonable.
Yeah. Right? So, I don't think that's too much.
Okay, so...
And as they add, me taking responsibilities over the kids and making them my major thing, meaning I'm responsible for their clothing, their everything, their school, whatever is they need. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Means the man, what differentiates... how to make... These days, how to really, really keep a woman is to do something... higher, something that she knows, okay, she cannot get out there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the bills. Number one, the bills. Nobody wants to pay bills.
Higher, okay. So in the traditional sense, you're saying that the man should pay the bills, the woman should, and this is tradition. This is like even most African cultures, and like thousands of different African cultures. But that's typically how it goes. The man provides.
Yeah.
And protects, while the woman takes care of the home and the children and the educating of the children and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I can get that. So in today's society, let's say if that's the culture. Let's say the man is paying the bills and there is not enough. He's not earning enough. Okay, whereas the woman comes in and gets a job or helps out some type of way financially. Does that mean at that time, two questions on this one. Does that mean that the man is not actually providing, as some would say? Or does it mean that since the woman is helping out with the household in terms of financial things, does that mean that the woman does not do the traditional things that you mentioned earlier?
Okay, so for me, your win is my win. It's a family unit. So we win together. your win is my win,
Okay.
and mine is yours. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying? So if you're down, it doesn't mean I cannot help you. I would help you because we're all going to be thrown out on the street. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's my kids, it's you, it's us together. I expect you to do it. You're doing it. But if you cannot, I'm going to be there for you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's how it works. Not like somebody, if you're broke, you can come to me. Hey, I spend all my money on bills. Do you have money to give me? Yeah, sure. And that's it.
Why should he come to you to ask for money when any money that you bring in should be deposited into his account?
Joker. So in this world, it's like his money is ours and my money is mine.
Yours.
Yes.
So that leads me into another thing where, so just talking to some guys, and I've seen it on like internets and different groups and stuff like that, where that some men think that women want the benefits of being a woman in that traditional sense, but don't want the other things that come with it. For example, but you mentioned it earlier. So she wants the, the front seat, open the door for her, and all these things that I think men should do. Anyways, being a gentleman, but she doesn't want to reciprocate. Like, if the man's going to be the provider, and I don't believe there's a such thing as 50-50 in a relationship. It's never going to be 50-50. I will die on that. But so I forgot where I was going with this.
So basically, I feel like women like to be comfortable. Okay, like you're trying to say, like only when it's convenient for them, they want to be feminine.
Yes, thank you. So they want the benefits of it, but not the drawbacks, or they want to be, like you said, the woman only when it's convenient for them. But any other time, it's like, oh, we 50-50. This is your job, and this is, you're supposed to do that because I'm the woman. But when the man says, hey, I don't do that, that's a woman's job. Oh, what? Are you sexist? That's our job. What makes you think you can't do,
I know.
What I'm saying? Do you, from your circle, do you, and yours might be a little bit different, do you hear that or see that in any type of way?
No,
because it's more, everybody has basically that same traditional structure.
Yeah, because everybody likes comfort. As a woman, I like comfort, and so for me, it's like, so I don't basically. Sometimes I try to do stuff on my own, so that I'm not like totally dependent on like a guy or a man. Stuff like I take my car for oil change.
Okay.
I don't have to wait. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I just take it down the street. Right. I don't have to. Something gets delivered to the house. Sometimes I try to fix the couch. I try to fix. If I can't do it, then I'm gonna wait. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't have to. I'm not the type that waits solely like, oh, okay, I'm gonna wait for you to come fix everything, do everything. I'll try my best, and if I can't get it done, then I'll wait for you to come do it. That's how it is. It works. So, for me.
And you feel that's extra points for you,
yes,
as a woman. Okay. So then, if a man, a man decides that, hey,
so for comfort as well, there's me. I like to be lazy too. Sometimes, like I don't want to take out the trash. Okay. I don't want to do all those other stuff. But if it's something in the house, yeah, we could work it out. So
then if a man comes in and he says, you know what, I know she's getting off at, an hour after me, or she's stuck in traffic, beat off at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and make dinner. That's, we should do that, right?
Yeah.
Not for no extra points.
No. Well, no. Hey, well, that's the same. That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Well, the point I was making with that, and I'm glad you said that, is that when you talk about not saying overinflated self-worth or, the benefits without the other stuff. But you just said that, if you did the other things, like taking your car for oil change, you did these things, so you don't want to be dependent on a man, right? That's extra points for you, right? But if the man did the same thing, said, well, then traditionally you would cook and do that stuff that we mentioned.
Well, that's why you keep the man. That man, you keep that kind of man.
Well, but again, it wasn't for extra points because that's what they should be doing in your view.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like extra points, and you're putting that word in my mouth. It's not extra points.
I said
doing
extra points, you said
well.
yes.
No, because I didn't know you're going to twist it. So, what I'm saying is, so you try not to, or you don't even define the jobs. That's what I feel. You just don't define stuff around the house, but. Like,
so you said don't define the job?
Yeah.
So if,
like it's your job to do this, it's your job to do this.
So the job of taking out the trash shouldn't be the man's job. So if it's running over...
I'm not saying I'm not saying it's a man's job.
Uh-huh.
I didn't say it was a man's job. I never said it was a man's job. I didn't say it was a man's job,
Okay.
but I said I don't like to take out the trash.
Okay.
I don't like to be outside the house when it's dark. I don't like stuff like that.
So you don't believe in defined rules?
What? Well, so when you're defining it like that, when it comes to cooking is like because of the timing is why I said that. If I got off work at 5:00 and he gets off at 7:00, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cook before he gets home.
Only because you get home earlier.
Yes.
Not because that's your thing.
It's a woman's thing to cook. Okay. But some men enjoy cooking too.
Yeah.
You know that, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that cooking is actually not these days. It's different. You understand what I'm saying? When cooking was like a woman's job was when the woman stayed home without working. Like you have to cook, clean. That's your job. Right. You're not going out to make money. Okay, be useful in the house.
Correct.
You get what I'm saying? But now when it's like I'm also contributing to the house, I have to be out there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like being nice to me. Like, okay, it's our food. We're going to eat together. So you're going to get hungry. You're going to wait for me till like 7, 8 before you eat because of me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, yes. Okay, get the food running. You don't want to wait till I get home and then I'm tired. I have to rest like that. Everybody's going to get hungry. You get what I'm saying? So help where you can. If it was me that got off at 5:00, I'm going to obviously do that before you get home. Like, hey, what do you want to eat? I'm going to make this. You come home. Food is ready, we're eating. Everybody's good. That's what so.
In regards to that the overinflated self-worth, do you feel that a person should stay in their lane? So
that overinflated self-worth, it's like
somebody who got a GED, but you're demanding
that's
somebody
what I'm
have
saying.
a PhD.
So everybody aims high. Everybody likes to aim high. So I don't think there's like overinflated self-worth. So you know what you're worth. It might not be about what you're bringing to the table. It might be about who you are, like how caring you are, how loving. What you know you can do for a man that makes you different. So it's not about.
So, but if a guy says, if a woman says, I only want somebody who has a PhD and she has a GED, right? So what makes her think that a man who has a PhD would want somebody who has a GED? Well,
he could be an inspiration.
He could, but her expectation is this, like
so high.
Like if you could be a good guy, you could be a great guy that has a high school diploma, GED, whatever it is, some skills training, whatever.
Yeah.
Or even work on the recycling truck or whatever. Be a great guy, great provider, great father, whatever. But she's gonna put this thing on there that says, "Well, I only want somebody who's this." Like, you not this. Why are you trying to? That's why I.
But the point is, where is she going to even say the person that is that? Because they're not even on the same level. They don't work in the same.
When she goes and puts her stuff on the corner and he goes by, he got that smile, and she has her smile, and she's like, "Oh, he's so nice," all that type of stuff, and they strike a brief conversation. Like some people just like to talk. But
so it's going to be for the guy. So someone that has a GED and someone that has a PhD. Their conversations you hold with people, and then you be like, no. Just what I'm saying, like,
well, not necessarily, because even if you have a GED, there could be reasons why you have that instead of, it could be disciplinary problems. Maybe, as for a female, she got pregnant in high school and just wanted to get her GED. Or it could be a lot of different reasons. That's not a measurement of their intelligence.
It's also like exposure. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking
exposure.
About. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Not even the intelligence. I'm like. Things you want to talk about, this person doesn't have a clue. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, there's already this breach, there's already this gap, and you can see, we can both say, like, I'm talking about this, you don't even understand what I'm talking about.
So,
you get what I'm saying?
So you're saying there's no such thing as overinflated?
No, the word you used is what I'm saying. Yeah.
That is overinflated.
That's not. That's aiming high. I just say, okay.
If I'm making, just to give you an example, if I'm making, $5.50 an hour, if I'm making $5.50 an hour, and I want to go on a date, so I take the woman to Cheesecake Factory.
Mm-hmm.
That was
So I've been hearing stuff like that, like, oh, I can't go to McDonald's. You cannot take me to McDonald's.
Right.
You cannot take me to the.
That makes you so good.
Yeah.
You've been eating McDonald's all your life, Wendy's, Burger King, whatever, and you go on a date with this guy who's a hardworking guy. What makes you think that you're too good to go to?
Well, I think people just look at an opportunity to taste a different type of food above their means. You get what I'm saying? Okay. I think that's an excuse to do that, because it's like there's nothing wrong with McDonald's. There's nothing wrong with and for a first date, well, it depends on the guy. He doesn't necessarily have to pay.
Oh,
the bill.
Pay. I can imagine that.
Well,
they would call him all types of simps, bums.
Well, for me, for me,
just for the average.
Okay, for me. So, for me, I don't really necessarily depend on somebody to pay for my meals. Okay. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I could pay for both of us. I don't have to.
So if you went on a date, and let's say the guy took you to McDonald's, and you got there, you ordered your number 5. He ordered his number 5, and and when it's time to pay for the food, he says, "Well, King, the $20. You got your 10."
Maybe because where I'm from, I don't care. I don't mind, really. So really, I don't mind.
You don't
as
mind.
long as I don't feel like he's exploiting me. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say the average woman. Now I won't even say
I don't know. I don't know about other women, but I'm speaking for myself.
The majority of women these days would
We'll be like, no. Well, I've been seeing like posts where people be like, oh, do you know how much my foundation costs? Do you know how much my makeup costs?
Right.
Do you know how much for me to walk out the house? Do you know how much I'm going to pay for Uber? And then you're going to take me to McDonald's? All you have, your foundation, your whatever, it's for you to look good. You bought it for yourself to look good, to feel good about yourself.
But some think that because they did that, the man should compensate them.
Yeah, for
that. Like,
well, I do all that. I dress up. I dress up because I go out. Mostly, I will agree to a date because it's an opportunity for me to dress up and take a picture. So it's not like I don't care where we're going. Just take me somewhere, and then it's an opportunity for me to be out of the house, put on my best clothes, and take a picture. So look good and feel good with myself. You understand? About myself. That's it. Okay. So every other person, I don't know, everybody, all man to himself.
So you're just saying that your standards are low.
That's not being low. It means I'm confident. Do you understand what I'm saying? It means for me, it means that I don't. That's what I keep coming back to. Like I don't necessarily.
You don't need it.
I don't need the things that you don't need. I could pay for our food. I could pay for.
Well, but
if I have the money,
you can do all that. But would you say that as far as standards, you would want somebody who could pay for at least McDonald's? That's where that comes in. If you go on a date, even though you can pay for it,
it's just a date. But not so. Date means like you're still seeing each other. You're still trying to get somebody. Trying to get to know the person and all of that. So it's a first date. It really doesn't matter. You understand what I'm saying? It could be the last. For me, I could just pay and be like, I'm done with this person. It's just charity for me. Okay. So that's how I feel. It's something I could do for a homeless person. It won't bug me. You get what I'm saying? It won't bug me much. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, okay, well, this person, it just didn't work out. I don't have to. It's something you can just do for the random person on the street. Just buying somebody's food. I don't really think it's a big deal for me. So people will disagree with this, but that's how I feel.
Okay.
So,
well, it's a complicated issue, I think, especially now, modern times. It seems like to me that a lot of people want that modern meat, but they still want the traditional values, and I think things should really be defined, even when you talk about dating. So one of the other things, this is the last one here. One of the other things was I saw a video, and the woman was talking about how she doesn't do this and this because those are wife privileges, or husband, in her case, husband privileges. I think that's how it goes. and that, like, say, if she comes in and she cooks and she cleans. Now, I didn't know if they had the same apartment or whatever, but let's say they do have the same apartment, and she cooks and she cleans, and he's expecting that, you know, you should be doing it all the time. You know, that's what you're supposed to do. And she says, well, no, you get that with wife privileges or husband,
Mm-hmm.
however it's stated. Now, is it wrong for the boyfriend to say, well, you know, she calls and says, hey, I need my tire changed? Well, I could, but I'm not leaving work because that would cost me some money and to come over and fix your tire, and that's really let's say spousal privileges, right? If a guy did that, the crowd, the family, everybody would look down.
So it's different. I'll
different?
say yes. I'll
So
say
the men and women are different.
no. What I'm saying is, what is expecting from her is different. Okay. So her tire doesn't get bad all the time, every day, okay. 5 days a week.
Let's say gassing up her vehicle.
People gas up other people's vehicles.
Yeah. if you're in a car and you're driving and you pull into a gas station, you're the driver, the woman, and let's say the male is the passenger. When you pull up there, do you get out and put gas in the car, or do you expect the guy to get out and put gas in the car?
Can you say that
even
again?
if you paid it?
Like if we're in the same,
if you're in the same car,
right,
and you pull into a gas station because you need gas, right? You're driving. He's in the passenger side.
Why would
and
I be driving if a guy's in the car?
Huh?
Why would I be driving? No.
So, but it's your car.
So
okay, so if it's
you have to use something else because everything you're saying is no.
okay, so you expect the guy to drive even if it's your car?
Yeah.
Let's say you didn't want this guy to drive. Let's say he's not a good driver, and he's in the passenger car. He's in the passenger side. You pull into the gas station because you need gas.
So men would kind of be uncomfortable with that because it's like making them feel like less of a man. You get what I'm saying?
I get that.
Yeah. So,
but let's say you get the guy who doesn't feel that way, who just sits in the.
No, I wouldn't get a kind of guy like that. Okay, so so I want a masculine guy. I want a guy. So that's what I'm saying.
So
like,
if he makes you gas up your car, he's not masculine.
If he makes me gas up my car,
yeah,
it's my car.
So you have no problem with that?
No.
Okay.
If you feel like you want to, it's my car. I drive my car. It's my car.
So typically,
it's a bonus for me. If you want to do it for me, it's a bonus. I don't expect. I don't think it's your yes.
But I think this is just me that if you know if the woman is driving, and even who cares if it's your car or his car.
But that's not what you were saying first. You were saying that the person, the lady that cleans the house, you cannot expect me to clean your house every day. I don't even know who you're bringing into the house.
Is both of you both
we live there?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on my cleanliness, how clean I am. That's going to make me do whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, oh, I like my house cleaned once a day or once a week.
I think I used the wrong
example.
I don't know exactly how what that situation was, but
if probably they don't live together,
sex, right?
Yeah.
If somebody says, "Oh, you don't," why would I give you that? That's marital privileges. If you don't put a ring on my finger, why should you expect that I do X, Y, and Z? Right?
Well, sex is something that both of them will enjoy. So
exactly, but there's some women out there that think that they should only get that if you put a ring on that finger, which is nothing wrong with that. Let me restate that. There's nothing wrong with that. But typically in a relationship, if
like they're virgins.
No.
Celibate.
No. But typically, if they're dating, and so the guy, like for me, I was never really comfortable with going to a restaurant with a lady and letting them pay for me. That'll take a while for me to actually get comfortable with something like that. If I was married, it wouldn't make a difference. Okay, go ahead and pay because ultimately it comes out of our money, But I can see that. But would that be considered every time you go out that the guy pays because that's what he's supposed to do, or should that be wife privileges to receive that?
To always pay, like when you're not married.
Yes.
And the guy pays.
Yes.
So men pay. So some things men do, it's just to feel manly. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm the man. Not because, you understand? And you let them do it because, okay, not like I don't feel like you're not capable of doing this or whatever. You let them do it. Like, okay, it's a man. But if you don't have it, it doesn't mean I can't do it. But I'll let you do it if you want to do it. Like, okay.
So, I guess we probably should, there'll be another podcast, but we'll define what exactly is or should be boyfriend privileges, girlfriend privileges, husband privileges, and wife privileges. What are those things that's considered?
So when there's love, so for me, boyfriend, girlfriend, the only difference is like when you're living together, things will be different, obviously. If you're living together too, I feel that's already husband and wife privilege. That's what you're doing. You're living together. It's just not official. You get what I'm saying? But if you're living together already,
so they're living together already.
I think that's
everything.
Yes, I feel. Yeah, of course. Yes.
But there's a lot of people that says, "Oh, you only get but so much because you didn't put a ring on the finger, or we're not married."
Oh, they just want to put you on the spot and make you propose. That's what I feel.
Oh, okay. So it's like the strong arming tactics.
Yes. So I feel because if I'm living with you already. But you understand what I'm saying? What else? We're going to be, of course, having sex, doing everything.
And that's not, I won't say that's as bad either because there's an old saying that why buy the cow if you can get the milk free? Right? So that means that...
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so you don't let it... If that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the same thing. Like, if I'm already living with you, we're already married. So in order to prevent that, to make you want me to move in with you, for me to move in with you, we have to be married. For me.
Oh, for you? So you would...
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So if you're married, then all those privileges.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but if we're still dating, I don't have to be at your house like 24 hours, 7 days. I can come over sometimes. So for the women that's working out,
for the women that's listening to this, if you want those wifely privileges, then I guess you need to get married to get them.
Yes.
And I guess the same thing goes for the guys.
Exactly. So that's what I feel. Yes.
So, but I think things need to be. They need to define what those privileges, those little...
I don't know. It's just this part of the world that I hear stuff like privileges, this is this. Because ideally, it's when I'm for dating, I come over once in a while. You do stuff for me because you care about me, because you like me. And I do the same. You understand what I'm saying? And then
it's reciprocated, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not like one-sided or whatever. And then we're like, okay, ready to take the next step, which is marriage. Let's get married and move in together. But here, people actually date for a long time, and live together for 20 years and all, and then they break up. It's crazy. It's like, are you serious? So you did not know you didn't want to marry me for 20 years. Okay. So you'd rather, and I think over here, people are always, this is another topic here, but then they're always scared to get married because of when they divorce.
Yeah.
Because of the things.
Some people get taken through the ringer.
Exactly. So I guess that's why it happens. Like, okay, we could just move because we love each other and all that. The relationship has been going for so long. Let's move in together.
I think also when people get married, I think the mentality changes a bit where, let's say if you was dating, then all right, let me see the stages. Friends and acquaintance, dating, which is finding out, things about the person, right? If they're even worthy of going to the courting stage. So when you get to the courting stage, that's my whole purpose is to be married. So that's
I don't think they do that anymore. Like courting or dating, they just do dating and then dating. Like we're dating, and then next thing we're getting married. And that's it. So
I think those things need to be defined, honestly, and maybe that's another topic, but. Maybe we get some input on that. So, anybody out there, if you do have any ideas about what should be boyfriend privileges versus husband privileges and girlfriend privileges versus wife privileges, let us know, right? You can call in and, you don't have to give your name if you want. You can give your name, we'll put it out there. But call 443-860-2716 and we'll play your message, or we'll talk about your message. Let your voice be known. If you have any suggestions on these things, what are those privileges? Let us know. Again, the number is 443-860-2716, and we're going to wrap this up. We don't want to go too long, But I want to thank my co-host for joining us on this great
You're very
topic.
welcome. You're very welcome.
And later on, we'll actually go into, so if you talk about relationships, there's a lot of things you can go in there. All these different aspects that people want to hear or want to discuss or have, a strong opinion on. So we're going to try to pick those little things. But next time we're going to go over boyfriend privileges, girlfriend privileges, wife and husband privileges, and let us know what you think, or we'll do that there. So again, join us next time, and we thank everybody who took the time to listen. And as always, please share. And you can follow us online, Facebook, House of OTEM, OTEM, House of OTEM, and you can find us on YouTube as well. We'll let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.